Back to the nationally recognized Real Estate Radio Network's Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Radio Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Make sure to get great information or ask your important questions at donandgino.com. Now, back to your friend, Don and Gino.
All right, before we get rolling on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show, here with Mr. Lou Esbin of Esbin Law, our own debt doctor extraordinaire, we would love for you to get involved. I mean, truly, come visit us in the vault, our new beautiful vault media studios right here at Cherry Creek Mortgage. And you can just do that by going to donandgino.com, donandgino.com. Click on the Listen and Chat Live, and voila, you enter the vault.
You know what's also nice, Don, is if you just send us an email at donandgino@gmail.com and communicate with us. Tell us what you want to hear this year. Tell us maybe an expert that we haven't heard from, someone you recommend that you think would be of benefit to everyone. So reach
or a
out
topic
to us.
that's important to you. I mean, this is a new year. We have a clean slate. Except we do until, what, next Thursday?
Why?
Or next week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? For me,
I'm
it's not
excited.
gonna be that different. What he's alluding to is he's talking about the Afterburn Fitness Challenge.
Yeah,
Okay.
baby.
And let's be honest, it changed my life last year, right? We used it
Changed
as a...
all of our lives with you. We have so much more room here in the studio.
We have a lot more room in our office. We
That's
gained
true.
square footage. We pay less rent now.
That's true. That's true. I think our office lost over 300 pounds last year.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's just out of control.
Now we
And
have 7 of us that are going to be involved at Afterburn.
yeah.
And without that, I lost about 20, 25 pounds.
By
last
That's right, by
osmosis?
osmosis. That's right.
Sure. Well, you know, the studio is so hot that you can't help but sweat it off.
We're not here now, right? You're
Huh?
not here. Oh man. Now we have to watch our
It's 'cause he's wearing
I'm
a
gonna
coat.
get you one of those fans.
Hey, aren't you our fans out there?
Ooh, that's a good segue.
Thank you. Because you're our fans, that's why we bring in great guests. And again, like we alluded to a little earlier, we have put together what's called America's Professional Resource Group. It's a group of the very best professionals we can find in Santa Cruz. Not, somebody that's just getting rolling and eager to please. We got experience. There's nothing like experience. We talk about that and how many loans we do a month enables us to help you navigate into the best terms available, because we've seen it all. We really have. We've seen almost every kind of scenario there is. So we kind of see disaster before it strikes. And I know, Lou, you do the same thing. That's why I wrote down here that going to an expert such as you, at Lou Esbin at Esbin Law, you resolve before it escalates.
That's the most important part.
I agree. I mean, it's called being proactive, and don't be afraid of going to somebody like Lou. I mean, Lou, you do so much more than just, you're a bankruptcy specialist.
Right.
But you've already helped some of our clients with business attributes. You're a business attorney or financial attorney.
That's correct.
So what other areas should somebody be calling you, other than, of course, bankruptcy? And now it's probably a pretty good time after the holidays. Anybody tap out your cards? Anyone? Bueller? You might even just done it going, it would just go all crazy, and then we'll file bankruptcy.
And that's not so good.
No, that's not going to work.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
That's going to put you off for a good 6 months.
Yeah.
But
They should have a plan, shouldn't they?
you should always have a plan.
Well, that's
Well,
why they should call you.
Unfortunately, I think that's the thing, is that people do things without a plan. And what's the famous saying? Fail to plan to fail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. If you don't have a plan, then you plan to fail.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why we plan here every week.
Oh my God, we're always planning. We go on planning trips. We go on coaching trips. We go on planning this, planning that, planning that. That's what we do.
Yes.
But I have to say, and let me lead into this. People who went to a certain store that has a big Target as a logo, they were not.
They were not planning.
They were not planning.
Are we targeting them?
I'm not saying anything.
We're so punny today.
But those people were not planning on getting the surprise they did.
No, and that's dramatic during the holidays. Oh my goodness, you're like, oh wait a minute. Well, we had it happen to us too.
Yeah, we did, and that was at Walmart.
Yeah.
It was
Oh, that's
different.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you know what's
Meaning
interesting?
fraud on your card.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's interesting about the Target thing is that not only did that open the door to legitimate fraud, it also opened the door to a phishing scam.
That's right.
Because separate from what actually happened at Target, then there was other people that took advantage of that, sent out an email that says, hey, by the way, your account's been violated. Enter your name, address, and social security number for a refund. Oops.
Well, here's the problem. I've been listening and reading up a lot, they said that this whole incident was not domestic. They're saying that this all came from outside of the U.S. We're such an interconnected world.
It happens quite a bit, especially with the fishing. I know fishing, which is
certain former Eastern
PHI.
Bloc countries.
Right, because I mean, there's
Have you
certain
seen that
countries-
Capital One commercial? It's awesome. Where they show the two guys in the background, and it's the two guys in a little room, and all they're doing is stealing people's identities. It's great.
Well, but you know something? They might as well have had a Target logo on the back wall.
Yeah.
Because that's what was going on. And, I think if this does anything, it's going to bring the credit card and the debit card issuers and industries into the 21st century, where they've gone kicking and screaming. Because my understanding that Europe, they all have that little microchip that gives a random number every time you use it, so it reduces the risk of identity fraud. But in this country, with the way our elected officials operate, the lobbyists were able to get that law from being passed. And they're talking about a 3 to 5 year period before the U.S. is actually fully implemented with 21st century technology.
Oh, I'll welcome that. In fact, since the Target thing, and since we got nailed on somebody, it wasn't, per se.
And you're talking about the
Walmart.
logo, not the
not
the place, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we had somebody try to buy 3 TVs with our Cherry Creek account, and they got away with one, an $800 TV, and it made me more aware. I know my personal account now, I have a thing that pops up for any debit that's taken out. It pops right up on my account and says, just so you know, this was charged. And that way, if I don't recognize it, I can immediately stop it.
Well, let me share this. We had gone for dinner down by the Greek Theater. There's that little shop, that little district there. There's a nice little restaurant. So we go down there, and I got to get gas. Of course, you don't get gas when you need it. When you should get it, you get it when you need it.
I'm horrible at that. Ask my wife.
Ask me. Even my wife. I never got in your car without having to go get gas, ever.
So we roll into a gas station down there by the Greek, and I use the card outside, and it comes up on my phone that $200 more than the amount that I was charging was going to be held from my account. Well, I went nuts. And what they don't tell you is that they have the right to charge more than the amount that you're going to get in gas, because they don't know whether it's going to clear or not, which is total hogwash.
Yeah, it is.
And I filed a complaint with the CFPB. If people don't know what that is, it's the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau.
We know very well who that is on our side for the mortgage business.
But something, for the consumer, it's been a godsend.
Well, they have unlimited authority, which is good and bad. Questionably whether they abuse it or not is yet to be seen. But you know what? I think a lot of the things they do feel ticky-tack. And we know of a lot of things that now, because our industry is so under the microscope with the CFPB, we started noticing things that we're pointing out to each other, going, "Oh my God, I can't believe they're allowing that to happen."
The point though is that I got an immediate response from the CFPB. Chevron got back to me. Capital One got back to me. So going to that website, making that complaint, I got an immediate response. And so the point is that people need to be aware that when they use their credit card, they use a debit card, you got to be vigilant about it.
So pay attention is what you're saying.
Yeah, pay attention. You have to be.
Because I've gotten lackadaisical until we got hit. It's funny. I know you're going, yeah, whatever, until it happens to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And what Lou is saying is pay attention now.
Right.
So that you can approach it immediately without you going, uh-oh. And you go to use your card, and there's an extra $200 out of it that you needed for, Johnny's school, or whatever. You got to pay attention.
And like you and I were at our favorite bagel place this morning.
Yeah.
Right? And I can't tell you how many people charge for a bagel and coffee.
Well, it's easy.
Come on, take the $5 out of your pocket.
Okay, I'm guilty.
I'm guilty.
Because it's easy. It's just easy. I don't have to carry cash. I just go in there and they swipe it. It's done in 2 seconds.
Well, and that's the thing too, is that I've always
Bada boom,
I'm
bada
very, very I'm very, very lax about it myself. And if you think back and you go, gosh, over the last 30 days, how many people did I give my credit card number to over the phone? Gave them my name, my address, my credit card number, and the 3 numbers on the back. They could go do whatever they want.
That's right.
Let's be honest.
That's right.
All right.
Scary. So
all
now
of
we've
us should pay
depressed
more
you.
attention. is
No,
what
it's not
you're-
depressing. It's not depressing. This is, what we're trying to do is we're trying to have people understand what the downsides are to a 21st century economy that is based upon plastic. And
Convenience.
It's convenient, but people are giving up their privacy
Mhm.
in the name of convenience.
Right.
And
right.
that's we don't domestically have control over that anymore.
Well, I know, like I said, I feel better that I now have, like I said, electronically, as soon as something is charged in the card, it sends me a message.
Good.
It says this amount was charged. $6.12 was charged by Noah's Bagel, that type of thing.
It does complicate things a little further. Like, for example, first thing when the Target thing came out, I'm not that worried about it. When the Target thing came out,
all know about
one of the problems was, my wife goes, well, I go to Target all the time. Now I got to look at all my receipts and try to figure out which charges I made, which charges I didn't. Because if they were smart, they wouldn't make these astronomical charges. They make a charge at Target for $22. And if you just recently been there, you probably think, oh yeah, I remember going there.
All right, so we beat up on the Target situation. We're here with Lou Esbin with Esbin Law, talking about your debt situation and also some opportunities for you and some options for you to make 2014 your best year ever. And that's what we're all about here on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.